There's been several recent articles on cancer research and on the connection between diet and cancer. These articles point out that despite all of the research into cancer prevention in the past and the new treatments and therapies to try to prevent the spreading of cancer, still the death rate from cancer has not really gone down. In fact, I read that 1 out of 3 people may be dying of cancer in the next 10 years, and currently 1 out of 4 or 5 people get cancer and die from it. Well, some new research into the connections between food and cancer may help alleviate the problem. An article in Science 1984 in September suggested that new research into the mechanisms of cancer development and on how diet may cause cancer could provide some clues as to the causes of cancer that might be able to make possible better prevention. And in American Health of November 1984, Janet Hobson reviews some recent scientific studies and interviews Dr. Bruce Ames, who's the chairman of biochemistry at the University of California at Berkeley, who believes that cancer-causing and cancer-preventing chemicals occur in most of the foods that we eat, arguing that bad diet could be the primary cause of cancer and good diet may be the best way to prevent the development of cancer. And in the last several years, both the National Cancer Institute and the National Academy of Science have suggested that a certain diet may indeed prevent cancer, which would include less animal fats, more whole grains, fruits and vegetables, more dark leafy vegetables, and less smoked, salted, and nitrate preserved meats and fish. In short, a dietitian, Maureen Henderson, said a diet identical to 1900 would be the best cancer prevention method. That is, not to eat any foods that have preservatives in them or any other kinds of artificial substances, to go more with a natural diet. However, an article in American Health magazine in December of 1984 points out that there's dangers in at least some sort of natural diets, as well as supposedly healthy activities like jogging, which runs a risk of iron deficiency. They point out that too much vitamin C poses the danger of kidney stones, and that even the leanest broiled fish contains PCBs and other chemical pollutants.
Like mercury, for instance.
Mercury and many other pollutants that are in the Gulf and the various fishing areas increasingly. They also point out that irradiation, which is a method of beaming meat and produce with low-level radiation to prevent decay and increase shelf life, is being used in a variety of substances from coffee to meat that could give cancer-causing chemicals that may cause danger in your diet. And the Friends of the Earth newspaper, Not Man Apart, point out that the federal government has done nothing to control the use of these substances in food. In fact, I've seen a couple articles recently about the decline of food regulation under the Reagan administration, where they're simply not researching what types of chemicals or preservatives or herbicides or irradiation techniques used on food might cause cancer or other diseases. So that possibly even your seemingly healthy vegetables or lettuce have been soaked with potentially toxic chemicals because the Food and Drug Administration hasn't required these chemicals to be labeled or to warn against their usage.
I have a little short here out of the Wall Street Journal.